When it was first reported that Keanu Reeves will once again play the legendary John Constantine, there was no limit to the enthusiasm of the audience. To say that the audience cheered, this is not to say anything, because Constantine is rightly considered one of the best works in the career of Keanu. And for about 20 years, fans of the actor expect him to repeat this role. And in fact, it was very close to happening again. But then came the new management at DC, and the bad news that work on the sequels is either on hold indefinitely or being stopped altogether. And now, finally, a stunning update that you'll definitely want to hear. What are your thoughts on this one? Write your comments, give us a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to our channel, Hi Everyone More with stars, and here we go. Well, as you all know, the movie Constantine was released in 2005, becoming one of the iconic roles of Keanu Reeves, along with Neo or John Wick, and also gathering a whole army of fans all over the world. So, of course, after the initial success, everyone was waiting for the sequel, and Warner Brothers had plans for it. But for many reasons, the movie was postponed, and eventually it was shelved. Then 15+ years passed, and suddenly rumors began to circulate that Warner Brothers finally, a decade and a half later, have reached the point to take up the sequel, and most importantly, with Keanu Reeves in the role of Constantine. After all, the actor and the movie giant have a very close relationship, and as for DC, they have been competing with Marvel for quite some time to see who would poach Keanu. In short, in the next year or two, the number of rumors, discussions, and scraps of information regarding Constantine 2 reached such a level that it seemed that the appearance of this film was only a matter of time. But then, alas, everything stalled again. Moreover, in the network spread information that, like everything, there is nothing to hope for a sequel. And just the other day, things have changed again in a major way, namely Hunger Games director Francis Lawrence is once again stoking the excitement of fans with some very positive news about the long-awaited Constantine sequel. Lawrence revealed that the long-awaited Constantine sequel with John Wick star Keanu Reeves is still to be released after they have now gained control of the character. The director went on to explain why the second Constantine movie took so long to gain momentum. The sequel to the movie Constantine was obviously delayed because of the writers' and actors' strike, said Lawrence. And we had to overcome a bunch of obstacles to get control of the character again because other people were controlling the material. But now we have control, stated the director. Keanu, Akiva Goldsman, and I have been in meetings and discussed it. I think the story will be, and that more meetings have to happen. The script has to be written, but I really hope we can make the movie and make it a true R-rated version, end quote. Well, given the changes at DC since the arrival of James Gunn and Peter Safran, a Constantine sequel could certainly slip down the hierarchy of priorities and possibly into complete obscurity. However, Lawrence's comments have awakened renewed hope that fans of Reeves's version of the character could see a further expansion of his story. However, Reeves himself is still full of skepticism, although he doesn't deny anything. The actor stated, "We're trying, I don't know." Whether that will happen in response to a question about whether he would make his hair blonde to play a more accurate version of the character to match the comics if the studio gives the movie the green light. Reeves said he's playing a different Constantine than in the comic book. "You know, I really get into the role and there's a little bit of a problem with the hair. I don't know if I'd look good blonde." As for the movie, Reeves concluded, "I hope I get to do it, but I don't know for sure yet." Well, however it was, but the fresh statement of Francis Lawrence, who just and supervises the sequel Constantine, inspires a lot of optimism and very much want to believe that the situation has finally moved from the dead point. Especially now, when the authors of the movie got the rights to work with this character. Plus, Keanu himself is kind of interested, so it would seem that there are no more obstacles. Yes, it is possible to say that already one sequel of the famous saga many years later has come out in a bad way for Keanu Reeves. I'm talking about The Last Matrix, of course. But on the other hand, who says that it has to be the same with Constantine Direct, right? And what do you think about it? Write your comments, put your thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you all for being with us. See you all again.